All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Yahweh Kakadash. I want to say double honor to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone for teaching this word in truth and sincerity and for ruling well. And salutations to my fellow Akim across the four corners of the globe, preaching in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Hey, this is the brother Gabar Yahweh from GMS Hawaii, coming to you in another live lesson. And today's live lesson is entitled An Example of the Sign at Work. And this was inspired by two lessons. One Apostle Tahar did on his page, okay, and he was speaking about Louis Farrakhan, and he was saying how like Louis Farrakhan, he should be pushing the 12 tribes of Israel, man, because he knows that we're the Israelites, but instead he's pushing that Nation of Islam thing, which there is no Nation of Islam. Islam is a religion. It's not a nation of people. And then the second video was the video that Apostle Gabar did, which was a semi-reply to that video. It was speaking about the sign and how and both the apostles were speaking about their experience last Saturday at camp when a woman came up and she looked at the sign and she asked, "Where's the tribe of Ephraim at?" And she knew she was an Ephraimite, and then she told them that she loved them. And something similar like that happened to us on Sunday. We hold camp here in Hawaii on Sundays, and we were out there, and a woman, she was an Asherite. She's from Brazil. She walked up, and I saw her. I noticed her taking a picture of the sign, and then I stopped her and I asked her a couple questions. I was like, "Hey, you're on that sign. You're an Asherite. You're an Israelite. And this sign, it does a lot of the work in regards to drawing the attention of Jake in. When you see that 12 tribe sign, it shows Jake who we are. We could recognize ourselves. We see ourselves as a part of this, like, oh, that's my tribe. I myself, if I was walking by this, the first thing that would jump out at me would be the so-called Negroes, which is the tribe of Judah. And I'd be like, oh, that's me. Why? Because my forefathers were born and raised here in America and were brought over here in hardcore slavery. So I identify with that. And like Elder Apostle Gabar was saying, when we were classifying ourselves as Muslim, classifying ourselves as, this 5% of shit, we were classifying ourselves as Christian, and we were classifying ourselves as African, these Edomites didn't have a problem with that. Nobody had a problem with that. Nobody was bucking up against Jake saying, oh, you're not the Africans, or oh, you're not Christians, or you're not Muslims. Nobody was doing that, not even the Arab world. But the minute we start referring to ourselves as the Israelites and equating who we are in our history to that of the Israelites, now we got a problem, because it destroys Esau's narrative, which is nothing but a lie. And what is Esau's narrative? That he's the Lord's people, and that he's God himself. He's the Heavenly Father's son. That's what he says, and he don't just have to say it in word. He shows it in pictures. He shows it in literature. He shows it in movies, entertainment. He's always putting himself in that space. And then on top of that, they're living in our land, and they're ruling the world basically from that land. And why do we know that? Because it's the so-called Jews that's behind all of this shit that's going on, this wickedness. All these major wars, it was so-called Jews by way of the elite banking families that were behind it. Yeah, they were doing the work of Yahweh Shah on the left-hand side, but they didn't know that. They worshiping Satan, who works for the Most High, Yahweh Shah. So again, this sign it does a lot of the attracting in. That's why you don't see us like stopping people. Every once in a while, we might say, hey, you're an Israelite. But 9 times out of 10, people are drawn in by that sign. It's the most prominent thing besides us holding the scriptures out there as we speak. You understand? But you got people that come up against it. And shalom to all the Akim on a comment board tuning in. The water, I know it's early. The water, how about Shai, and the water to you too, brothers. I appreciate it. And you select Aqua. So the point of the matter is that The sign does a lot of the work, and that's prophecy in itself. The fact that we even standing out there together, me and a brother, we from the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom. The brother Kahan, he's from the Southern Kingdom. I myself from the, I'm sorry, Salakia. The brother Kahan is from the Northern Kingdom. He's an Asherite. And I myself am from the Southern Kingdom. I'm a Judite. You know, to the Lord say, you know, we something else, but we know we're Israelites. But the point of the matter is that's what we identify with. So us coming together, that's prophecy in itself. That the enmity between the two tribes is leaving. The vexation between the two tribes is gone in regards to the brothers in the truth. And then on top of that, we have that sign out there, which was given to us by the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, which that was given to them by High Priest Ariah, man. And you got all these people trying to come up against it. You got people trying to change it, like GOCC. They put the Hawaiians and the Tongans in there. They have nothing to do with us. All right. So this is sorry, I've been talking so much. So I'm gonna get a scripture out real quick, and then I'll bring out the video and show you, brothers. This is Jeremiah chapter 6 and 16. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths. Where is the good way? Walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk, right? Because you got the rebellious of our people. They don't want to take heed to this word. They don't want to be drawn in. And really, the Spirit of the Lord don't want them. But the point of the matter is, instead of identifying themselves as Israelites, they rather identify themselves as a color, black, Latino, Native American, or Puerto Rican. And then you ask a so-called Puerto Rican, what does the word Puerto Rico mean? And they speak Spanish. A lot of them can't even tell you, which it just means rich port, because that's what them Edomites, starting off with Christopher Colon, that's what they thought of that land and the people when they got over there. Oh, this is a rich port. It had a lot of resources, gold, precious stones, people, and it was easy for them to overcome them people, the tribes over there. So they call that place a rich port. Dominican Republic was named at the Santo Domingo, man. You know, Haiti. You know, all these lands are named. these are proverbs and bywords that was given to our people, and we identified as those things. But instead of looking back at the old ways, what are the old ways? What did our forefathers worship? What power or what God did our forefathers worship? And when you go into the scriptures, you learn that God that they worship is Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, meaning Yahweh in the name of his son, Yahweh Shai. Well, what other cultural aspects belong to the Israelites or the people of the Bible? Well, they follow the law, statutes, and commandments. They refrain, when they were doing the right thing, they refrain from abominable foods. They refrain from abominable acts. Well, what are those abominable acts? And they go into that. What are those abominable foods? Well, it goes into that. The scriptures go into all these things. And this is a part of what we're doing. And because we're doing this, now we're a problem to the powers that be. We are a problem to the establishment. We are a problem to those who are lying. Because see, they told us we were everything growing up in high school, growing up, going to school. And when we were kids, they told us we were African. If you were a so-called black man in America, black man, woman, and child in America, you were brought up told that you were African, that you were a slave. You know, they focus on that. They focus on the slavery that our people suffered here in America. They focus on the place in where we were taken out in bulk, which was West Africa. So they just say you're African. And that's as far as your history go. They don't tell you about the Middle Ages. They don't tell you about the ancient world. They'll have you thinking that it was Edomites ruling continuously. Me and the elder brother Arad from GMS St. Louis, we did a video last week going into how these Edomites really believed that they were ruling. I'm talking about the simple. I ain't talking about the super elite. I'm talking about the simple Edomites. They believed that they were ruling since day one. You know? But that's not the case. So what are we doing? We're searching out the old past. Again, Jeremiah 6 and 16. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old past. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Where is the good way? Because the good way is to follow after the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, to call and depend on the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, to do what our forefathers was doing when they were following righteousness. Those are the good way. And walk therein, meaning put it to practice, put it to your daily lives, and ye shall find rest for your souls, because we didn't find no rest for our souls. That's why our people were jumping into. Let me see if I can find you an example of what I'm speaking about. The different black power organizations in the 70s, because you had all kinds of so you had the Black Power movement, and I really don't want to just focus on the so-called Black Power movement, but you had all these different movements. You had you had so you had so-called Black Mecca, the Black Panther Party, the Chicano movement. This is with the Northern Kingdom doing this. You had the history of the socialist movement. You had Black Arts movement, the New Left movement. You had the Red Power movement. These are so-called Native Indians, man. Okay. You also had other organizations like what is that called? What is the name of that shit? That Circle 7 shit? What was it called? Noble Drew Ali, this guy. I forget. The Moors. Yeah, I think he started that Moorish shit. Yeah, it said this guy right here in the early 1900s, he started an organization, right? The Moorish Science Temple. And Jake were grabbing to that. It says Drew Ali reported that during his travels in Egypt, he met a high priest of the Egyptian magic. See, witchcraft. But our people didn't understand that. They didn't understand. You even had Israelites that were clinging on to being Jews. And I'm sorry I didn't put this up here. Here. This is what I'm reading right now. You had Israelites that were associating with being Jews, where they're following Judaism. Okay, but he says, and others, he claims that the priests consider him a reincarnation of Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, and other religious prophets. According to his biography, the high priest trained Ali in mysticism, which is witchcraft, and gave him a lost section of the Quran. And that's where you get that red Circle 7. The text became known as the Holy Quran in a Moorish Science Temple of America, and in Islamic, also known as the Circle 7 Quran. And then here it is right here. It says, it is possible that Drew Ali did actually travel to Egypt and Morocco, but historians believe that after leaving North Carolina, he moved to Newark, New Jersey, where he worked as a trained expressman, blah, 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 blah. The instruction followers not to be confrontational, but build up their people to be respected. This might take their place, because our people were groping in the noonday, trying to find out who they were. And you had Jake, they were just taking to anything that looked remotely like it gave them a culture, it gave them a history. So they were into this. Then you had the Marcus Garvey movement, you had the Nation of Islam movement during the time of not Louis Farrakhan, but what's his nigga name? Elijah Poole, which they call Elijah Muhammad, and Malcolm X. So our people were grabbing these ways, but they weren't the right ways. This wasn't the way. Like the brother said, simply put, he was a liar. Yeah, Noble Drew Ali was a straight up liar. And all of those Black Power organizations, they were pretty much lying, man. Why? Because they weren't telling you who you truly were. All right? They paint, the so-called white man painted you as militant, black, militant. When you put that word black in front of anything, it already evokes a negative connotation. So then you had all these different movements that popped up because our people were trying to find some rest. But when we found the truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, the apostles and the elders that he set up, and their elders and high priests that they set up before them, like Abba Bivens, they showed us the way. And this is what gave us rest. But these devils, they don't want us to have no rest. They want us to always constantly be in a cycle of of confusion, a cycle of a derision. But this word, it gives us this rest that we need. We're comfortable. We know that we're Israelites, and it sits with us. So let me play this real quick. What happened on Sunday?
So for white man, this is his paradise, man. As well as you want to heat the nation, and that doesn't include the whole nation, man. Or only the top elite of your nation, man. The so-called Chinese, Japanese, Arabs, the so-called white men, all of you are losing, man, because your leaders have the whole world under control, and you ain't getting shit, man. You know, you getting crumbs from your leaders, man.
You know, and yourself on the side? You took a picture. So you took a picture, so I was wondering if you saw something on the side. Do you see yourself on the side? What's your nationality? Okay, so you're an Israelite. So what made you take a picture? Okay. She's welcome.
Right. So the woman, she was taking a picture of the sign. And at first, normally we tell people, ain't no pictures, but I could tell she was taking a picture of the sign and not us. And I asked her, what drew your attention to the sign? And she's like, I was interested in what you were saying. But in reality, what she was interested in was that sign, man. She's probably seen men of the Lord standing out there with the sign before. But it draws their attention. You see? Just like it did when the apostles were out on Saturday and that woman came up and she was eager to see the tribe of Ephraim on the sign. All right. That's what this is about. So when we came to this peace, it now became a problem. But the Lord saved the apostles for last. You had all these different movements, all these different groups pop up, but they weren't focusing on the real issue, which was our spiritual problem that we have here in Babylon the Great, that we were disconnected from our power. They told us that the Bible was a universal book and it was for everybody, when in reality it wasn't, and it's not. The Bible is a book of history of the Israelites from the beginning of the world, when they were called the sons of God or the sons of power, all the way till we became the Israelites. Then obviously we're still the Israelites. We will be lost, separated from our power, and then ultimately the redemption of our salvation and redemption. It talks about prophecies of the things that will happen prior to the second coming of our Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Our Lord, the Son of the living power, Yahweh, his son is Yahweh Shai. And it told us the things that to expect. And all of these things were prophesied in the scriptures. This is Hosea 1:9. Then said the Most High, call his name lower me, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your God. And this is the Lord speaking to the northern kingdom at first, because they went off first, and then eventually Judah followed right along with them. So we were all disinherited. All right. It says, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. So you can't count all the Israelites. You look at, in America, we're taught that we're a minority, the so-called Negro and the so-called Latino. We're told that we're a minority and that we are a few people. No, we're made few people scattered amongst these nations, but in reality, we're the most populous nation on the planet Earth. You can't count the Israelites. You can't number all the Israelites. Not only do we look like so-called Negroes and Latinos, but we also look like the other nations as well. So you can't count us. So it says back in Hosea 1:10, it says, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God. Now, where in history was it ever said that we weren't the Lord's people? It wasn't the Salakia, the Assyrian captivity, because we knew we were Israelites, and then they came to the Americas during that process of them being in the Assyrian captivity, the bulk of the northern kingdom. All right, and they knew that they were Israelites over here, but over time, they started to lose that. They started to lose the name of the Heavenly Father. They started to lose our cultural practices. A lot of them they kept, A lot of them they kept, and even historians like such as what's my man name? He wrote this book about the James Adair. James Adair wrote a comprehensive book about how that these are the people of the Lord, how they practice the same thing as the Hebrews. Then you had other books like J. Rogers. You had books by Rudolph Windsor, who wrote, I think his name Rudolph Windsor, who wrote that book from Babylon to Timbuktu. So we were practicing our ancient culture, but over time we started to lose these things. And so again, during the Assyrian captivity, we knew we were the Israelites. During the Babylonian captivity, the Assyrian or the Neo-Babylonian captivity, we knew we were the Israelites. During the Roman captivity, the Greek captivity, we knew we were Israelites. That was during the time of Alexander the Great. And then, you had his 4 generals, but his two top ones was Ptolemy and Antiochus. So we knew we were Israelites then because we were being persecuted. But then Hellenism stepped in, and then we were taken away from our learning our customs. But we still knew we were Israelites. Then you had the Roman captivity. We knew we were Israelites. That's when our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai was crucified and was risen. We knew we were Israelites. During the Middle Ages, we knew we were Israelites. But it wasn't until we came into this captivity, which is in America, when we completely lost who we were. So let me go back to this. It says, so this is a prophecy. Because of this sign and because of the word of Yahweh Shema Shai, we're telling our people we are the Israelites, but they're telling us we're not. But it says, in the place of your captivity, it says, yet ye are, it says, that in the place where it is said unto them, America, chiefly America, ye are not my people. That's what it said. These people say we're not the Lord's people. But yet, check this out. Check this out. I got this queued up. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up real quick because it plays a intricate role in what we are speaking about right now. I saved this clip on Instagram. You actually have a so-called Jewish rabbi saying that we are the Israelites, particularly the so-called Negroes. All right, just give me a second as I pull this up. I didn't want to make this lesson too long, but I just wanted to show. I just want to make it edifying and just more reason. So I saved this post. Yep, I saved this post on my Instagram. If I can find it right here. Okay, hold on, let me pause it. Let me see. Yeah, let me pause it. I'll show you right here. This is a so-called rabbi. It says servant of Yah, which you got Jake's saying that the name of the Lord is Yahweh, the name of the Son is Yahweh Shai. It says, what happened to the black Jews who were still in Jerusalem? Why do you never see any when they show Israel on TV screens? Well, Ali Jida, or it's supposed to be Judah, I guess, who I have posted on my page, already told you that the black Jews in Israel have been there for thousands of years, which is true. You still had Jakes living in Israel before Benjamin and them went over there. It says, and for thousands of years, and have been sent to Africa and America as slaves. Well, now he's going to tell you how they forced the black Jews out and bulldozed their homes and for you smart mouth folks out there that call them black Jews, to that make it known that it was the black people that were kicked out and not the Ashkenazis, but only the black people. So let me play this real quick.
Slave trade. So
Most of the Jews in the old city all the time, they used to be living here. In 1948, because of the war, they moved out.
Yeah, 1948.
They were replaced by Palestinian refugees. In 1967, they came
gave ultimatum 24 hours to the people to move out. I will show you.
So he said they gave him 24 hours. This was in 1948. He said they gave him 24 hours to move out of this land to make room for the Palestinian refugees, man.
They are the Esplanade before the Wailing Wall. It used to be called the Moroccan Quarter. So with the bulldozers, they raised down 186 houses. And do that, how many houses? 186 houses were raised down by the bulldozers, by the Israelites. What happened to the people who live there? People are everywhere, mainly in refugee camps in Jordan.
Yeah. And then you got this one right here.
A significant percentage of the transatlantic slave trade. So a lot of the blacks that were taken to America on the slave ships actually had Igbo blood in them. And we see now Igbo are self-identifying as from the tribes of Israel. So if you look in America today, you'll see a lot of celebrities actually from the African-American community claiming Hebrew roots. Reference would be Amari Stoudemire, high-profile basketball player, rapper Kendrick Lamar, who's, got, I don't know, maybe 1 billion views on some of his stuff. These are people who are influential, and people look at them like maybe they're crazy. Like, how do they have any ties to the tribes of Israel? And all of a sudden, we see the actual ships that brought them here coming from the exact place in Africa where it's an Israelite hotbed. So this is going to be also an interesting piece of the puzzle. Igbo made up a significant percentage of the transatlantic slave trade. So a lot of the blacks that were taken to America on the slave ships actually had Igbo blood in them.
Yeah, and then this guy, he's done debates with Israelite groups. He's done debate with Polite. And these so-called Jews, they know the truth, man. But it's our people that don't know the truth. And they don't want to know the truth, especially here in America. All right? But, the powers that be ain't going to tell you these things. Why? Because they want you to be a no people. They want you to be just a nobody. You see? But the Lord said we were going to be told that we're the Lord's people. And it's evident. Romans 8:16 said the Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the sons of the living power, the living God. What is this? The Spirit that's within us, man. That's why we so great. You ain't got to play basketball. You ain't got to sing 1,000 notes. You ain't got to, be the most super scientific, analytical, or nothing like that to prove that you're an Israelite. But that shows that we are the Lord's people. On top of the fact of the curses, on top of the fact on the things that were said that were going to happen to the Israelites, happened to us. Not just the so-called Negro, or not just the so-called Latino, but us together. This is let me read this, Hosea 1:11. I'll read 10 again. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel, southern and northern kingdom, be gathered together and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel. This is Jeremiah chap, what is it, 15? I always get this mixed up. Slack, just bear with me. Was it 50 and 33? 50 and 33? Let me see. Yep, Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashin Hawashai of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captive held them fast. They refused to let them go. Now, where's the one place in the earth that we're held captives together? Here in America. When you read Jeremiah, 16 and 6? Or I'm sorry, Jeremiah 16 and 14, it said that the Lord's going to deliver us from the land of the north. What is that land at? North America. But here in North America is where we held captive together, and chiefly because the northern kingdom were taken in the Assyrian captivity. That we were taken in the Babylonian captivity and remained in captivity even to this very day. Okay, and what is it? 66, between 66 and 70 AD, we were completely removed from that land. You still had remnants of us, like that man was saying, but prior to that, we were completely just driven from that land. We fled into Africa. We fled into Africa, fleeing Roman persecution. Rudolph Windsor spoke about that in his book, from Babylon to Timbuktu. You see, all our lives we've been told that we're nothing, we're nobodies, we're just natural slaves, we're just natural brute beasts. We were just made to be exploited and taken over. Come to find out, man, we princes of the power. You see? So this sign, it does make a difference. All right? It really does. It really, really does. It's Jeremiah 17:4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, the land, and even the knowing who we were. And this is the Lord telling Jeremiah. He would be disinherited from the land, and he was a prophet. I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, America. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever, for a time. All right. Let's go to Ezekiel 37 and 37 and matter of fact, I'm gonna start at the top. Ezekiel 37 and 1, and I'll try to read right through it. I won't keep you brothers too long. It says Ezekiel 37 and 1. The hand of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah, was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley, which is full of dry bones. And that valley is America. We were dry bones. We didn't know who we were. And caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord, power, Yahweh, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord, Yahweh Bashal Shai. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashal Shai, unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. That breath is the truth, this word. And I will lay sinews upon you, and I will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath into you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bones to his bone. And when I beheld, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say unto the wind, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, come from the four winds, O breath, north, south, east, and west, and breathe upon these slain that they may live. And that's what we're doing when we're out here. A lot of times we're prophesying to the wind, telling our people that who we are. We're doing the same thing Ezekiel was doing. Right? Okay. So it says, verse 10, it says, so I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army. And that's what we're looked upon by these Edomites, these super elites. We're looked at as an exceeding great army. And when we're out there, we're standing upon our feet. We're standing up. We're not crouching down. We ain't sitting down. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say our bones are dry, and our hope is lost. We are cut off from our parts, right? Because before we were able to live, we were cut off. We were standing, we were dry. Our bones are dry, and our hope is lost. We didn't have no hope. Prior to knowing that we're the Israelites, prior to doing following our own customs, prior to us being rejoined back into the body of Yahweh Shem Shai, we didn't know who we were. We were hopeless, bro. Now we got hope. They want to snatch it away from us. We even got our own kind trying to snatch it away from us. Oh, the sign is wrong. Or y'all shouldn't be leaning to that sign that y'all put together. Y'all going, no, man, what are you talking about, bro? The sign fits us. It don't fit these other nations. It damn sure don't fit Esau, Edom. When did the so-called Jew go into hardcore slavery? When did the J-Brews go into hardcore slavery? When were they put on ships? The furthest the furthest or the most recent affliction that they could talk about was World War II. But yet they got paid from that. And then they at the head of every industry. They're the captains of industry, bro. They're the captains of the banking industry, movie industry, entertainment industry, athletic industry, every industry you can name, clothing industry. They're there. Whether known or unknown, they're there. Okay? We're not lying. All right? We're telling you the truth. It says, thus say, and then he said, verse 12, and it says, therefore prophesy and say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, O my people, I will open up your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel. And our graves are these places that we're in captivity. And these are our graves. And the Lord's going to bring us, he's bringing us up out of these graves, and he's going to bring us back into our land. All right, which is what? Israel. All right. So it says, verse 13, and ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves. That's how we know that the Lord is him. It's he. He is the Lord. Because this came together by the way of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. None of the brothers, most of us, we didn't know each other prior to waking up to this truth. But yet, when we're together, it's like we've known each other since the beginning of time. We share a connection, a spiritual connection with one another that can't be explained. I know the brother Kahan. I know the brother Aria all in my camp, man. None of us were the type of dudes that would just jump into an organization or some type of thing like that and just follow a bunch of people aimlessly. No. These brothers that I'm standing on the line with, you know, week in and week out. Let me see what that picture is. These brothers that I'm standing in line with week in and week out, because I had went to the I had to go move the car. But these brothers that we do the work with, man, we got together through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. We came together like Voltron through Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, bro. So it says, let me keep reading. It says, verse 14, and ye and shall put, I'll start at 13 again. And ye shall know that I am the Lord when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves. Because what is our graves? These places that we're in captivity at. And we were walking as dead bodies. We were dead spiritually. We were dead culturally. We were dead knowledgeably of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And now we living through the word, through the water. And ye shall put my spirit in you. And it said, and shall put my spirit in you. That's this truth, the spirit of truth. And ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Where's our own land? Israel. Then shall ye know that I, the Lord Yahweh, has spoken it and performed it, saith the Lord. It says, just the point, Slakia. Spare with me, brothers. Slakia. Trying to light some more incense. All right. This is Ezekiel 37 and 15. Ezekiel 37 and 15. It says, the word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, moreover, son of man, take thee one stick and one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel. That's what this sign is, brothers and Aqua. That's what this sign is. All right. That stick is a plank. It goes to the Hebrew word itaz, which is it says a tree, wood, timber, a plank, a stalk. All right, wood. All right, that's what we have out there. Some of us have it in poster form, still paper, still wood. It says, take thee one stick, and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel and his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph the stick of Ephraim, because Ephraim was the top tribe of the northern kingdom, for all the house of Israel and his companions. So Judah had what? Judah, Benjamin, and Levi right there. And then you have Ephraim and the rest of the 12, the rest of the 10 tribes, and they're together. And now we're all one. Okay? Because that's what we're doing when we're out there on the highways and hedges. We're telling our people there's no separate, there's no difference between Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. We're all there's no difference between Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon. We're all Israelites. All right, and we're one nation. Okay. The so-called white man told us that we were separate, that we were different. When you go to Psalms chapter 83, real quick. Again, I'm trying to measure the time too, brothers. I don't want to. I'm not in a rush, but I know that, brothers. You know, these hour-long videos is a bit for people. But this says, this is Psalms 83:3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and have consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, one nation together. That the name of Israel, which you hear the name Israel in the world, but it's applied to these so-called white men. It's not applied to us. That Israel may no more, they may be no more in remembrance. Right. So they told us that the Northern Kingdom, y'all Spanish or Latinos or Native Americans. Some of our people speak Spanish, English, or mainly Portuguese. Then the so-called Negro, some of us speak English, French, Patois, or Creole. So they told us we were separate people, but in reality, we are one people. We are one nation. All right. And so when we got that stick in front of us, that plank in front of us, we are what? We're one nation. And that's what we're telling the people. And join them one to another, one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand, one nation in the hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou now show us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in my hand. Because we're one in the Lord's hand. You see? Here's a commentary that I saved. Elder Apostle Tahar had brought this out, and I looked it up. There's a commentary on this same exact thing. Salakia, brothers. I had clicked the screen off. I didn't realize it. We back on. Let me see. Let me share the screen again. Salakia. I was speaking. Let me share the screen again. Come on, we back. Can y'all brothers see? We back on? Everybody back on? Let me know if y'all can see. Salakia about that. Salakia about that. So let me read that again. We back on? Come on, we back. That's right. Salakia, brother. That's my bad. That's my bad. So again, this is the Barnes notes. I got this from Apostle Tahar. He had did a lesson on this, and it was speaking about how this was a reunion for us. It says the prophets, when you read Ezekiel 37 and 16, you read Ezekiel 37 and 16, it says, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, for all the house of Israel, his companions. It says the prophecy of reunion of Israel and Judah, the incorporation of Israel under one ruler. And who's that one ruler? It's going to be Yahweh Shai. Under Yahweh Shai, and under Yahweh Shai is going to be King David and the rest of the 12 apostles, man. But Yahweh Shai is coming down here to reign, okay? And it says one ruler. And when you look over there in Israel today, they don't have a ruler. Who they got? Benjamin Netanyahu, the Knesset. They don't have. Where's their king at? It says the kingdom of Messiah upon the earth and in heaven. So Yahweh Shai is going to rule on earth and in heaven, bro. You see? And in heaven, okay? But this is the reunion that we're having down here. This sign is a symbolization of our reunion. And you got people trying to take it away. You got people trying to exclude certain tribes, add certain nations to it, or just get rid of it altogether, man. And you notice something with all of these detractors of the truth. The first thing they attack is that sign, man. Them dudes that fall out, claim they're going to do their own thing, they attack the sign. These other groups that Johnny come latelys, they attack the sign. They don't go outside. They attack the sign. That's the first thing they do. Why? Because they're trying to chip away at who we are. They're trying to shove the kingdom of heaven to us, man. You know, this sign right here, this is the cheap sign. We used to bring out other signs, like we got pictures and all that other stuff, and we got pictures with scriptures on it, you know. But this sign right here, that's the cheap sign, man. If we don't bring no other sign out the camp, we always bring that 12 tribe sign out, man, because this tells us who we are, man. This gives us an understanding of who we are, and people trying to take it away from us, man. But you ain't gonna take it away from us, man. This is the truth. We didn't know nothing before this, man. You got these guys talking about I was in One West back in the day. But where you been at? Why you ain't keep on going? You got tired, you got disenchanted, you got wooed in by the world, and so you went back. And now you seen this thing picking up again. Now you guys want to come out and act like super experts, but you was nowhere to be found. And then when you come back with a whole different doctrine, especially the doctrine of just getting rid of the tribe sign, man. What's the problem? Vocab Malone comes up against it. House of Wisdom comes up against it. Well, Nate, he still has it, but he comes in the name of Jesus. All these detractors, oh, that sign is wrong. You got people talking about all the 12 tribes of black people, like as if the Northern Kingdom ain't suffered. The so-called Latin tribes didn't suffer like a motherfucker, man. They caught hell too. Yeah, Judah caught the brunt of it because we're the top tribe. But all 12 tribes are catching hell and been catching hell, man. And we need a savior, man. These other nations, they don't look on the Most High. They don't care. These other nations, they don't think about Yahweh Bash and Yahweh Shai at all. Let me get this real quick. Salaki. This is second address. Second address chapter. Oh, I thought it was 3. It might be second address. Hold on. Second address. Yep. Second address 3 and 20. 3 and 28. And it says, I'll start at 26. Second address 3 and 26. It says, and in all things did even as Adam and all his generations had done, for they also had a wicked heart, which is this mind. This mind that we have in this flesh, this is a wicked flesh. The same thing Adam was suffering, we're suffering from the same thing. It says, and so thou gavest the city over to the hands of thine enemies, which are these different nations. It says, are their deeds then any better than that inhabit Babylon, that they should therefore have dominion over Zion, that's another name for Israel. For when I came thither and had seen impities without number, then my soul saw many evildoers in their 13th year, so my heart fell. It says, for I have seen how thou sufferest them sinning, has spared wicked doers, and has destroyed thy people, and has preserved thine enemies, and has not signified it. It says, I do not remember how this way be left. Are they then of Babylon better than they of Zion? Which they're not. These other nations are not. Or is there any other people that know of thee besides Israel? Which there's no other nation that knows Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai except us. Or what generation have so believed thy covenants as Jacob? No other generation. And yet their reward appeareth not. And that's where our people get dismayed at. They see us like, oh, we're the Israelites, we're the Lord's people. Why are we going through this? Well, it's for our correction, brothers. It's for our judgment, but it's almost up. The Lord's coming back sooner than you think. And their labor have no fruit. For I have gone here and there through the heathen, and I see that they flow in wealth. You see these heathens flow in wealth, and that's why our people, they get so enticed to follow after them and think not upon thy commandments. These other nations, they're not thinking about the commandments of the Lord. The so-called Jews are not even thinking about them. Weigh thou therefore our wickedness now in the balance, and theirs also that dwell in the world. And so shall thy name nowhere be found but in Israel. Okay? Or when was it that they which dwell upon the earth have not sinned in thy sight? Or what people have so kept thy commandments? Thou shalt find that Israel by name have kept thy precepts, but not the heathen. So this salvation and redemption, it ain't for you heathen nations, man. Them Gentiles spoken of in the New Testament are the Israelites that didn't know they were Israelites, that were following the customs of the other nations, man. Israelite foreigners. This ain't for you other nations, man. Salvation is not for the other nations. Salvation is only for the nations of Israel. Right? You know, you other nations gonna get this word in the kingdom of heaven, but it's gonna have to be beaten to you. And even then, you still gonna go off, man. But this word is for us. We're the children of Israel. And so I just want to make this an example of the sign at work. Salaki about the earlier about the technical difficulties. I didn't realize I had, went out of it. Yeah, like the elder Yashawama said, they left us for dead. Now I'm popping up. Right. And that's another thing too. Here it is. Y'all left us to rot and die, man. And so for all you fallouts that were here before, that all you fallouts, all you old school cats that left after 2000 and beyond, guess what? The Lord replaced y'all with us, man. with true believers, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. Lord willing, we endure to the end. For every one of y'all that left, the Lord gave 2 more that were in the earth that's not going to bow a knee to Baal, man. All right? Like the elder said, y'all left us for dead, and y'all popping up. The only ones that kept it going was the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, man. They didn't leave us for dead, man. They knew that it was going to be a great awakening, man. And they were out there preaching and prophesying before the advent of YouTube, man. They were out there preaching and prophesying before YouTube, man. And now you niggas trying to take it away from us. You ain't going to take it away from us, man. You're not going to take this truth from us, man. Yahweh Shema Shai gave it to us. We're going to roll with it, man, until we get the hell up out of here, man. So the branches that were grafted on the tree are us. Now they mad. Exactly. Because what would have happened had the Lord come back in 2000? We'd have been gone. I was through in 2000, man. And the 99 and the 2000, I was through. I was through, man. Until the Yahweh Shema Shai woke me up, man. The Wadi Yahweh Shema Shai, bro. And now we grafted in and they mad. Don't get mad, bro. What you should do is just humble down and say you was wrong and seek after the Lord, man. And maybe Yahweh Shema Shai will have some mercy on you, man. So yeah, like I said, I just wanted to bring this out. Didn't want to. It went to an hour. Salakia, brothers. You know, I hope you were edified. I hope all you were edified. You select Aqua to Akim. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Kakadash. Say double honor to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone for teaching his word in truth and sincerity and for ruling well. And salutations to my fellow Akim. Keep pushing, keep striving. We almost out of here. Shalom.